Y'all, grab your phones, turn the volume up, and buckle in, because what just dropped might be the most jaw-dropping twist in the Drake versus Kendrick saga yet. After months of dead silence, subliminal shots, and lawsuits flying like mixtapes, in the early 2000s, Kendrick Lamar has finally spoken. And what he said? Baby, it's not just a clapback, it's a career-shaking. It's revelation that's got the entire industry in shock. This ain't no regular Instagram live. No cryptic tweet, no bar hidden in a guest verse. This was raw, emotional, and straight-up explosive. We're talking about Kendrick pulling receipts, exposing private convos, dragging labels, and calling out not just Drake, but OVO as a whole. He said what fans have been whispering in Reddit threads and Discord servers for months, but louder and with fire in his voice. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, honey, it does. Because this statement has already triggered responses from J. Cole, Baby Keem, and even someone from Drake's own family. Lines are being drawn, camps are forming, and careers might get buried under this fallout. Stay right here, because we're unpacking every single detail of what Kendrick said. How Drake allegedly reacted on this secret voice message. That's about to break the internet. Everything changed the moment Kendrick Lamar sat down in front of that camera. This wasn't a press conference. This wasn't a tweet. It wasn't a sources say situation. This was Kendrick raw, unfiltered, and done being silent. The footage was never even meant to go public. It was a behind-the-scenes moment during a private shoot for an upcoming PG Lang documentary. The director casually asked, "You ever gonna speak on the Drake lawsuit?" Expecting a smile, maybe a deflection, maybe even a laugh. Instead, Kendrick looked dead into the camera and said, "I kept quiet out of respect for the art. But now it's about something way deeper." The room went silent. No one dared to move. His tone was sharp, controlled rage, laced with a calm that made it even scarier. The producer whispered off camera, "Wait. Are we rolling?" And Kendrick just nodded. That's when the storm began. Within 24 hours, a clip of that moment was leaked online. 7 seconds. It's just Kendrick's voice saying, "Drake ain't just coming at me with bars. He's weaponizing the industry." It's that line alone. Weaponizing the industry sent shockwaves through social media. Fans were stunned. Was this just rap beef, or was something more sinister going on behind the scenes? TikToks, Reels, think pieces, and reaction videos exploded. Drake stans tried to defend him, but Kendrick's silence had always been his shield, and now that silence had turned into a sword. But that was only the beginning. Just hours after the clip leaked, a Twitter user claiming to be a former Universal Music Group intern posted, "There's paperwork Kendrick has that they never wanted to see the light of day. I saw it. I signed an NDA. If he drops that, it's over." Nobody could verify the tweet, but it didn't matter. The narrative was already rolling like wildfire. People started digging. Reddit threads popped up with supposed evidence. A timeline emerged. Back in 2023, Kendrick was allegedly approached by a major label figure, possibly on Drake's side, with a confidential offer to stay quiet. During a rumored investigation into artist royalties and publishing scams, was this the reason for the lawsuit? Was Kendrick being sued as retaliation for what he knew? Then came the next bombshell. A new video dropped on the PG Lang YouTube channel. No title, no caption. It's just a black screen and Kendrick's voice. "You can sue silence, but you can't sue truth." 7 words. That's all it took. Comments flooded in within seconds. Is he about to drop a diss? It's bigger than music. Drake better hide. Within the next 12 hours, things escalated fast. Leaked text messages allegedly between an OVO executive and someone from Kendrick's inner circle hit the blogs. The messages read, "We need to shut this down. He's talking too much. Use the NDA clause if he leaks anything." Fans were now convinced the lawsuit wasn't about money, was about control. And then it got personal. Baby Keem, Kendrick's cousin and close collaborator, posted a freestyle on SoundCloud titled "Billion Dollar Silence." In it, he rapped "Boy plays victim with a pen, but got billion-dollar hands moving evil again." Fans knew exactly who that was aimed at. And when they slowed the beat down, they noticed subtle clicks and tones hidden in the mix Morse code. Internet detectives translated it: deal or destroy. Now, it wasn't just a Kendrick versus Drake issue. It was Pgilong versus OVO, a civil war in hip-hop's elite then. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any messy, on Instagram story changed everything. A woman, known online as @MayExposed, posted a series of cryptic clips claiming to have once attended a private OVO party in LA in late 2023. In her story, she wrote, "I was there when Drake said," and I quote, "We've gone starve 'em out the industry. I didn't think anything of it then. But now y'all need to know." Her story included blurry video footage of a rooftop, ambient party noise, and a muffled voice, deep, familiar, Canadian. Was it Drake? Couldn't be proven, but the timing was suspicious. Within hours, her account was deleted. That's when the theories kicked into overdrive. Was she silenced? Was the footage real? Was Drake caught making threats behind the scenes? Minutes later, a new burner account appeared, Dat Truth Drop 8. It posted a 30-second audio clip. In it, a voice sounding eerily like Drake said, "He'll burn out before Q2. The board's with me. It's not built for this kind of pressure." Fans lost their minds. Some said it was I generated. Others claimed it was 100% real. But one thing was clear: Kendrick had stirred something deep, something corporate, something strategic. This wasn't beef. It was industry warfare. And Kendrick? He wasn't backing down on a leaked group chat among Kendrick's team. Someone wrote, "He knew this would go nuclear. Okay, that's why he waited." But now, it's gloves off. And just like that, gloves came off. News broke that Kendrick had been sitting on email evidence tied to multiple label meetings, allegedly linking Drake's team to aggressive shutdown tactics of artists, speaking out about unpaid royalties. Kendrick, according to insiders, had proof. And he was preparing to go public at this point. Hip-hop media was in full frenzy. Podcast hosts were canceling interviews to do emergency episodes. Clubhouse rooms were packed with 10,000 people debating whether Drake's reputation could survive this. And then someone dug up an old J. Cole interview. In it, Cole says, "Sometimes the most dangerous artists ain't the loudest ones. They the ones people try hardest to silence." That clip went viral instantly. People started theorizing, was J. Cole warning us back then? Had he known this was coming? Was he siding with Kendrick? More rumors swirled. Supposed meetings between Kendrick, Cole, and even Andre Santan had taken place in June. A Justice for Artistry campaign was rumored to be in the works, designed to expose the inner workings of the corporate manipulation in music. And through it all, Drake remains silent. No posts, no stories, no new releases. Insiders say his legal team was scrambling. He allegedly sent private messages to a major hip-hop journalist asking them not to feed the narrative. The journalist posted the screenshots with the caption, "Too late. The people are hungry for the truth." Then, just as fans were preparing for a Kendrick diss track, Kendrick did something nobody saw coming. He spoke again, this time into a phone. A voicemail leaked just hours ago allegedly captures Kendrick talking to a trusted industry veteran. His voice calm but firm. He says, "They thought this lawsuit would scare me. Nah, it gave me a mic." That voicemail ends with a chilling sentence: "Next time I speak, it won't be in words. It'll be in history." In like a tidal wave of chaos, betrayal, and cold, hard receipts. Because when that court document got unsealed, it was game over. Late Thursday night, a whistleblower account on X, formerly Twitter, posted a cryptic message: "Watch the federal site tomorrow. Case 11,824 JL just unlocked." the truth is out. Nobody knew what to make of it until the document dropped. It was a 47-page filing connected to the lawsuit between Drake and Kendrick. But this wasn't just a regular copyright case. No. Hidden inside was a confidential deposition summary from a Universal Music Executive Codename, EM. The line that stopped everyone in their tracks. Mr. Graham Drake expressed concerns that Mr. Lamar would use his platform to expose internal royalty manipulation schemes involving unreleased artist catalogs. A strategy was proposed to pursue legal action preemptively to suppress potential leaks. That one paragraph flipped the entire narrative on its head. This wasn't about defamation. This wasn't about a diss record. This was about protecting industry secrets. And the moment that document hit the public, social media imploded. Fans were stunned, but Kendrick was ready. Within hours, he posted a cryptic Instagram reel. Black screen rain sounds, then his voice. They told me I was dangerous when I stayed silent. Imagine what happens now that I'm speaking? That reel hit 20 million views in under 2 hours. But Drake, still silent, until he wasn't. Story leaked from someone allegedly inside Drake's circle, one of his day one Toronto boys. He told a podcast host off record, "Man, Drake is pissed. He's saying Kendrick crossed a line. He's saying there's stuff that, if Kendrick brings it up, it could break more than just his brand. It could hurt people around him." What does that mean? What is Drake hiding? Why is Kendrick being seen as the villain by Drake's team, when Kendrick is the one who's been silent for years? It didn't take long before fans started hunting again. Screenshots, interviews, obscure podcast episodes. Even old Instagram lives from artists that had once been shelved by Universal or ghosted by OVO started circulating. Then came the voice note, posted by a verified fan account. The 2-minute audio was allegedly recorded from a FaceTime call between Kendrick and an unnamed rapper from New York. In it, Kendrick can be heard saying, "Drake, don't want this to go public," because he knows what they did to Meech. He knows the ghost deal they offered me back in 2022. He knows they used my name to push a whole rollout I never signed off on. I stayed quiet out of love for the craft. But this ain't love. This is war. And then he thinks he's in control because he's got the money. But I got the truth. And the truth lasts longer than streams. Boom, another earthquake. At this point, even people outside the rap game were tuning in. CNN ran a segment titled Kendrick versus Drake, the hip-hop lawsuit that may expose music's darkest secrets. Spotify users noticed Drake's catalog, subtly pulled from some top playlists. Coincidence or quiet retaliation? Industry heads started whispering Kendrick's name with a different tone. Not as a rapper, not as an artist, but as a disruptor. And then Baby Keem went live. It wasn't planned. It was raw, emotional, and you could tell he wasn't supposed to be talking. But once he started, he didn't stop. I'm tired of seeing my cousin dragged. Y'all don't even know half of what they tried to do behind closed doors. They offered us money to go away. They said if we stayed quiet, we'd get a stake in something major. You know what Kendrick said? "Oh no. I'd rather starve with the truth than feast with the fake." He then dropped the craziest quote of the night. There's a clip. A video, it hasn't dropped yet. But if they keep pushing, it's coming. A video. Fans went wild. What clip of what? Who's in it? That same night, Kendrick's team posted a mysterious teaser on PG Lang's site. It was a password-locked page, titled 2026. The reveal, the caption. You only get one chance to see what they tried to hide. Within minutes, thousands were trying to guess the password. Reddit was in flames. Fans dissected Kendrick's lyrics, interviews, old PG Lang ads trying to find the key. Some said it's a rollout for a new album. Others said it's a leak, a documentary, or even a full-blown confession from someone inside the label. Meanwhile, Drake finally made a move. He posted an Instagram story, a black screen, a single sentence in white text. "You want to play Messiah? Let's see how holy they think you are when I'm done." Fans instantly knew it was aimed at Kendrick. But here's the problem. The comments section turned against him. People were like, "We believed you. We supported you." But this feels like guilt. Others were even more blunt. "That lawsuit looking real weak now, bro." Then something happened that nobody expected. .SZA unfollowed Drake. One click. That's all it took to set off another firestorm. The same day, she liked a tweet saying Kendrick's not bringing drama. He's bringing receipts. Fans were putting the pieces together. Did SZA know something too? Was this about the label? About a past deal? And just like that, the floodgates opened again. Other artists began to hint at their own experiences. A Grammy-nominated R&B singer tweeted, "I was told in 2021 to never speak on my publishing deal again. Told I'd end up like the quiet ones. I didn't get it back then. I do now." A pop producer with ties to both camps posted on IG, "Been waiting years for someone to pull the curtain back. Respect to Kendrick." And then Kendrick posted a message directly to his fans, a simple photo of a notebook. On it was written, "This is bigger than me. If I disappear, keep listening." That's when things went from hip-hop drama to something far darker. Fans began asking, is Kendrick in danger? Is this why he waited to speak? The hashtag #ProtectKendrick started trending worldwide. Meanwhile, Drake's legal team filed an emergency request for an injunction to stop Kendrick from disseminating confidential materials that may breach contractual obligations, but fans saw through it. They flooded the court with comments and petitions saying you can't sue someone for telling the truth. And as all this played out, an anonymous YouTube channel dropped a new upload titled "The Deal That Killed the Artist." How Kendrick was targeted by the machine. It hit 2.5 million views in 12 hours. The video claimed that Kendrick was offered a silent buyout to stay out of the spotlight. For 18 months during the time Universal was facing pressure over unpaid royalties and artist exploitation lawsuits, he refused. And that's when, allegedly, the campaign to paint him as difficult, aggressive, and unstable began. The narrator ends the video with one sentence. The lawsuit was never about a song. It was about shutting down the voice that refused to sell out. The tension was already at a boiling point. But when the private video finally leaked, everything snapped. It was 3:14 a.m. when an anonymous Telegram channel titled Real Rap Leaks posted a link. Just 2 words in the caption. They lied. No context. No tags. Just a grainy, time-stamped video titled Confession Room, October 2022. The footage starts slow. A conference room. Dim lights, one camera angle at the table. 2 faces blurred. But the audio is crystal clear. One voice-confident Canadian accent, the other nervous, shaky. American. The voice believed to be Drake says, "He's a genius, but that makes him dangerous. He knows more than he lets on. We can't let him pull and hijack the whole conversation. So we take control before he does." And then the other man replies, "Should we hit him with a lawsuit preemptively? Just to lock him up for a year? Freeze his team. Get ahead of it." The voice that sounds like Drake laughs. That's what? The budgets for that one sentence broke the internet. That's what the budget's for. Fans instantly ran wild with it. Was Drake literally budgeting legal attacks to suppress Kendrick? What else was being budgeted? Was this standard practice in the industry? Within 15 minutes, the video was mirrored across YouTube, Reddit, and even TikTok. Lawyers, ex-label execs, and even retired rappers started weighing in. One verified account tweeted, "I was at UMG for 11 years. I've seen lawsuits used like weapons. Kendrick kept receipts? It's not just Drake who's in trouble, it's the whole top floor. That was when everything changed from drama to exposure. Meanwhile, Drake's team immediately issued a takedown request and called the video a deep fake designed to mislead the public. But the voice print analysis conducted by an independent YouTube tech channel confirmed the voice was 96.3% likely to match Drake's known voice signature. The damage was done, but Kendrick stayed silent. No tweets, no comments. Just one black and white photo posted on PG Lang's official IG, Kendrick sitting in front of an old TV set on the screen. Paused frame from the leaked video. His caption, "We don't need to shout when the truth screams." Boom, another mic drop. The public sentiment shifted hard. Hashtag Team Kendrick began trending worldwide. Hip-hop radio stations started pulling Drake's latest tracks. New sneaker collab, pulled from Nike's homepage. Rumors swirled that certain executives at UMG were internally distancing themselves from the lawsuit. And that's when a familiar name came back into the picture. Top Dawg, Kendrick's former label head and longtime mentor, tweeted for the first time in months. "This game dirtier than it's ever been. I told y'all the silence wasn't fear, was focus." The internet lit up. Was Top Dawg involved? Did he know about the internal war before Kendrick went public? Was there more to the TDEXPG Long split than fans were told? One fan unearthed a 2021 interview where Top Dawg hinted at industry tactics. "Some artists get handled before they can speak. Not with us, not with Kendrick. He know too much." Now, everything looked different in hindsight. But the real twist came when a secret phone call surfaced. A recorded conversation between Drake and another A-list artista, huge name from the South. The audio dropped in a group chat that spread like wildfire in the call. Drake allegedly says he thinks he's the voice of reason. He ain't no martyr. He's calculating. You don't see him out here giving handouts? He's hoarding all that truth until it benefits him. The other voice on the call, believed to be Travis Scott, responds, "It don't matter no more, bro. Streets choosing sides. Ain't no neutral in this." That last line, "ain't no neutral in this," was chilling. Because by the next morning, it was clear. The industry was dividing. A leaked email from Spotify's back-end team showed that several editorial playlists had begun quietly removing Drake tracks due to ongoing brand risk. A Zoom call allegedly between Atlantic Records reps and artists surfaced, with one A&R saying Kendrick's narrative is too clean. "We're gonna lose control if we don't spin it now." That word spin became the talk of the town. Even artists who had been previously silent began reacting. J. Cole, who had remained neutral for years, went live on IG, eyes tired, voice heavy, he said. "At some point, the art gotta matter more than the politics. If Kendrick's telling y'all there's a machine behind this, I believe him. He ain't never been one to cap." Fans went wild. Did this mean Cole was siding with Kendrick? Was there a long-planned alliance forming between PG Lang and Dreamville? But wait, there was still one more bombshell. A mysterious journalist from Europe, known for leaking label dirt, posted a thread exposing a series of internal memos from Universal Music. The subject lines alone were: "Insane, mitigating PG Lang. Narrative Q3 strategy urgent. Prepare legal buffering if KL releases visual evidence. Potential payoff reversal review 2022 agreement terms in one memo." An executive is quoted saying, "Drake is too valuable to lose. But Kendrick has nothing to lose. That's what makes him lethal." And as the internet digested all this, Kendrick dropped another bomb at 11:11 p.m. on a Friday night. A PG Lang exclusive live stream appeared. No warning. Number. Announcement. Kendrick stood alone. Dim room, no background music. It's just him and a camera. And he said, "This was never about dissing. It was about dismantling. They tried to turn my silence into surrender. Now they're gonna feel what truth sounds. Like, he paused. They wanted a war, so I brought the truth instead. And then the screen went black dot, no album. No diss, no song dot, just silence. But the silence spoke volumes. Overnight, mainstream news outlets began picking up the story not as music beef, but as an expose on industry corruption. Rolling Stone, The Guardian, Vulture, even Bloomberg ran the headline, Kendrick Lamar's lawsuit drama uncovers corporate tactics that could shake the music business. And guess what? The public was behind him. But we're not done yet, because part 4 is where the story takes its most shocking turn yet. An unexpected betrayal. A confession from inside Kendrick's OWN circle. And the moment Kendrick finally drops what fans are now calling the holy tape, what's on it? Let's just say, once it's out, nothing in hip-hop will ever be the same again. The world was already stunned after Kendrick's cryptic livestream, but what came next? Nobody nobody saw coming. Just 48 hours after the stream, the hip-hop world was sent reeling again when a close Kendrick ally flipped hard. The person? Dave Free, PJ Lang's co-founder and longtime friend of Kendrick. Dave suddenly went quiet on socials. Then, out of nowhere, a 3-minute audio clip leaked to a small Discord group allegedly tied to the music industry. In the clip, a voice that sounded a lot like Dave Free was talking to a woman rumored to be a journalist from an independent European outlet. And what he said changed everything. Look, Kendrick got the truth, no doubt, but he's not telling all of it. Some asterisk T he buried too. If this goes all the way, he's going to have to answer for stuff from 2017 from the TDE split. From Vegas. Fans instantly locked in. What happened in Vegas? Within 30 minutes, old Reddit posts resurfaced from 2017 to 2018 that hinted at a secret retreat involving several artists, execs, and select influencers. Some claimed NDAs were signed. Others said Kendrick left abruptly after a heated argument with someone high up at UMG. There were whispers of hidden footage, never meant to see the light of day. And now Dave was implying Kendrick might not be ready for all of it to come out. Was this a betrayal? Or was Dave protecting him? Then, hours later, Dave posted a black and white photo of him and Kendrick. Captioned, "We don't agree on everything, but I'll never let the machine turn us into enemies. Bijilong is bigger than both of us." This post only raised more questions. Did they fall out? Were they disagreeing on strategy? Or was this all part of Kendrick's slow burn master plan? Because at exactly midnight that night, the final shoe dropped. Kendrick uploaded a password-protected video to the PJ Lang site. The title? The Holy Tape. The password. No one knew until a Reddit user noticed something weird about the captions in Kendrick's last live stream. Every third word started with a specific letter. When put together, it spelled Firascantrol. People rushed to try it. It worked. And what they saw will go down in hip-hop history. The 9-minute video was broken into 4 chapters, each more intense than the last. Chapter 1, The Deal Kendrick Shows. Screenshots of internal documents and contracts dated 2022 that prove he was approached with a secret licensing agreement by UMG. The contract offered him $18 million to stay quiet about artists' royalties and to avoid releasing a project during Drake's 2023 album cycle. Kendrick turned it down. Chapter 2, The Clip. Kendrick plays uncut security footage from a 2021 meeting in New York where UMG execs are seen discussing controlling the Kendrick narrative. One line from an exec was particularly chilling. "We can either pay him to disappear or pay someone to replace him." Chapter 3, The Confession. Kendrick sits in front of a camera and speaks directly to the audience. "I didn't start this to get revenge. I started it because I watched too many of my people get chewed up and spit out by this game. They smile in your face while selling your soul in boardrooms." He continues, "Drake's not the enemy. He's the face they chose to distract you. The real villain, you've never seen them. But you've felt what they've done. It's Chapter 4. The Warning, Kendrick. Ends the tape by saying, "This is my final warning. If they try to bury me, I'll release everything. Every email, every recording, every receipt. And I won't just burn Bridges Eel. Burn their entire kingdom." Then silence. The screen fades to black dot. No music. No outro. No branding. Just a final line, P.G. Lang. Not for sale. The holy tape spread like wildfire. Fans started calling it the rap world's WikiLeaks. Screenshots went viral. Celebrities reposted it. Journalists debated its legality. Even some of Drake's own collaborators started distancing themselves. Noah 40 Shabib, Drake's longtime producer, posted a cryptic IG story that read, "Some truths you can't unhear." That single sentence sent fans into a frenzy. Was 40 turning on Drake? Was he confirming Kendrick's side? And just when everyone thought it couldn't get more insane, it did. Nicki Minaj went on Queen Radio and dropped the nuclear take. Y'all laughed when people said the industry was rigged. But Kendrick, he just broke the rig open. Period. She continued, "I've seen it. I've lived it. And I ain't scared to say he told no lies." Now, the question wasn't whether Kendrick was right. The question became, what happens next? Because Kendrick had just done the one thing the industry fears more than anything: expose the machine while still being inside of it. But behind the scenes, lawyers were scrambling. Drake's legal team pushed for an emergency hearing to block Kendrick from releasing anything else. MG threatened to sue PG Long for unauthorized disclosure of proprietary material, but fans weren't buying it. The court of public opinion had chosen its side. Kendrick's supporters started calling him the hip-hop Snowden, labeled him Saint K. The holy tape was re-uploaded hundreds of times, translated into multiple languages, and archived permanently on decentralized platforms. Meanwhile, whispers of an internal shakeup at Universal started surfacing. Executives were allegedly being removed. A full-scale investigation into past artist contracts was launched, and sources claimed the Kendrick versus Drake case had been quietly paused by the judge due to shifting public interest and potential procedural bias. In other words, Kendrick broke the system. He didn't just respond to a diss, he dismantled an empire. But perhaps the most powerful moment came just days later, when Kendrick made one final statement, this time from a stage at a surprise PG Long pop-up event in Compton. Kendrick appeared before a crowd of just 300 people. No press, no PR, just fans. He stepped up to the mic, no music, and said, "Don't let them trick you into thinking your voice don't matter. They wanted me to disappear. Instead, I decided to speak. And now that I did, what will you do?" He dropped the mic and walked off stage. No encore. No new song. Just a revolution in motion. And with that, the main body ends. Because the truth is, the story ain't over. Not by a long shot. But now. So there you have it, the moment Kendrick finally broke his silence on the Drake lawsuit. And trust me, what he said changed everything we thought we knew. From secret contracts to explosive footage, from unexpected betrayals to a full-on industry shakeup. This story has flipped the entire rap game upside down. Fans are shocked, emotions have run high, and the family, both Kendrick's and the hip-hop communities, is more divided than ever. But the big question still hangs in the air. What's next? Will Kendrick release more secrets? Will Drake fight back harder? Or will this industry war finally bring some long overdue truth to light? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, this isn't just about two rappers anymore. It's about the entire system, the power players behind the scenes, and the voices we rarely get to hear now. I want to hear from you. What do you think about Kendrick's holy tape? Do you believe he's telling the full story? Or is there even more drama lurking in the shadows? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as shook as I am, don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the hottest hip-hop drama. Because trust me, Saga is far from over, and you'll want to be here for every shocking update. Stay tuned, stay real, and until next time, keep your ears open and your eyes peeled.